CERN is the Large Hadron Collider. It's the largest machine in the world. It's out of Switzerland. And they speed up particles close to the speed of light. Basically, in essence, creating wormholes, in my opinion. That's what they're doing. They're creating wormholes. And that's how they discovered the God particle, the Higgs boson.
I mean, it's so provably false. It's so like it just when someone's like, oh, have you looked into it? I'm like, oh God, I can't even talk with you, because when you look at different things, whether it be, I mean, even Carl Sagan had and this is way before social media, had a fucking 1 minute video just debunking this in one way only, just saying, all right, look at the shadow of the obelisk at the same time on Earth. One's going to be longer in one place at the same time of day as the other one's going to be shorter in another place. Right there. There you got it. We've been to space. You can see the fucking shit. I feel like we're at a point in society where the powers that be have, let's say, blatantly lied about certain things so as to
like going to the moon. I don't think we went to the moon.
All right, let's not go there. Such as, like, I want to keep this on topic. That's why. Because I'll disagree with you there, and we'll get on a fucking tangent. But, like, they'll inject some lies into things and get behind lies such that all our trust is unanimously broken. And so when trust is broken, what happens? You don't believe a single thing that's said, which means you also don't believe things that are probably true. And so we're now living in a world where people are questioning every fucking
Simple
thing,
facts, yeah.
no matter how much of a waste of time it is or how ridiculous it is. But at the same time, you can have things like fucking Epstein or stuff like that that are so clearly like something fucked
in your
up happened.
face.
Yes,
bro.
Absolutely. So all I want in the world is to have some dialogue of nuance of like, okay, let's judge things on their own, one by one. And if something sounds like it's ridiculous just because what you don't want to hear came out of the mouth of someone you really don't like, who you don't trust, doesn't actually mean it's not true. Like I know that's a hard concept for people to grasp.
I agree with you, man.
But that is the case.
I agree with you. It's hard to turn off your bias, man.
Yes, it's very hard for people to do it. I sometimes, like, I'll be in a room, and I know this isn't the case. I know there's a lot of people who think like me, including people who are listening right now, but sometimes I will be in rooms where I'm like, damn, I'm the only one who can see any fucking nuance in here. You have people who are just boom, 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 and it's just exhausting. I mean, it's so, I think it's really bad for humanity, like where we're at. But I don't want to take us off this with what we were talking about. Go ahead.
The reason they're declassifying all this stuff lately more than ever, Dr. Greer with his whole trove that he just released, okay, is because I think the tech finally caught up to the spiritual realm. Meaning, I can't say for certain if it's CERN, brother, but something people can feel.
CERN?
People that are spiritual feel, you can feel the energy. Something's wrong.
Can you explain CERN?
CERN is the Large Hadron Collider. It's the largest machine in the world. It's out of Switzerland. And they speed up particles close to the speed of light. Basically, in essence, creating wormholes, in my opinion. That's what they're doing. They're creating wormholes. And that's how they discovered the God particle, the Higgs boson, right? I think as they were conducting these experiments, and there's their logo, 666, right? They're trying to figure out how the universe was created, right? You want to be God, right? Because that's what that is. You want to have God's knowledge, right? Why do they have a statue of a pagan goddess on their facility, a statue of Shiva? Shiva is used in the Hindu faith to destroy, not to destroy like without rebuilding again. So destruction for construction, meaning destroy the existing so that Brahman can come and rebuild. Why do they have a pagan? Pull up Shiva statue, CERN.
Shiva statue, CERN.
Okay.
And by the way, that's 666 is kind
yes,
of
nuts. Yes, it's 666. Yes,
right?
yes.
That's
yes.
very blatant.
Right in your face, my brother.
CERN logo.
So they're building these all over the world now. China's building one. The U.S. is building one. Why is that statue there? There's even a video that they call the hoax, but it's not a hoax. There's a video where they show the scientists that work there dressed in black cloaks and that they're like ending the life of a woman in front of the statue. They said it was a joke, but pull up CERN. Why would you even joke?
Well, we can't show that on.
Why would you even joke around about that with a machine that people like, what's his name, was in the wheelchair?
I don't know. Is it down Hawking?
Hawking, okay? My brain's fried.
I love
brother.
that I got it.
Hawking, said that this machine has the ability to unravel the entire universe. Okay, that's the type of technology you're playing with. That you could literally destroy the universe, unravel it completely. I would simply state, if you look at the rituals that they've done, they have the ceremony they did in the tunnel, demonic shit, bro. Okay, dressing with goat horns and naked women. What does this have to do with science or a train station being open between world leaders were there? Okay, type in opening ceremony. Okay,
what do you make things what do you think
one eye symbol everywhere?
What do you think makes powerful people want to goat fuck each other?
I think that a lot of them, to get this loyalty, you mentioned the guy's name before, that's right in your face, definitely a honeypot to extort and blackmail and manipulate people in power to do whoever's running this world.
Oh, Epstein.
To do their bidding. 100%. And there's control through that, right? I got you on video with minors. I got you on video with this. You don't do this, I'm going to destroy you. I have your life anyway. Even if I don't take your life, I have your life. My friends and family control the media. I'm going to put this everywhere. You're finished. I think that's what's happening to Diddy. He didn't do something they wanted him to do, and they paid the piper.
Or is he like, the fall guy?
Nothing's going to happen to him, because what's interesting about the Diddy video is that the same day that video was released, a 3-letter agency that's responsible for our health admitted on record that they funded that thing over there in China, and that's why we had the shutdown we had in 2019. The same day that video was released. But what was everyone talking about? They just admitted on record why our families lost their lives, why the country was shut down, that they funded everything they called people like me a theorist for. You're a sea theorist. They admitted, his people, the guy with an F rhymes with chi, that scientist, his people on record, the same day the Puffy video came out, on record, yes, we funded that. Yes, we funded the gain of you-know-what. Yeah. Rhymes with junction. Yeah. Okay? You're laughing, but we don't live in a free country anymore. We don't have free speech. We can't speak. We have to speak in code.
Oh, I love your code, Beck. It's great.
But that's how you know we're not free anymore, Americans. Mm-hmm. Tell me who you can't talk about. I'll tell you who runs you.
Yeah, so...
He's like, let's just move.
Yeah, no,
Why is that statue there?
I want to stay right on that point, and it's you're tying it all together.
My theory.
with these things, but when you look at society and the dopamine rush that we have of just scrolling away,
TikTok brain,
and how they can use that against us, everything's a deception. The things that are true, like a Diddy, which I listen, I'm not saying every single thing in that lawsuit's true, but there's a lot of really good evidence there. That video we saw is horrible, so let's just assume most of it's true. Like, that's a horrible thing.
They got that video the day they raided his place. So they got it very recently, and they just released it very recently, but why on the same day?
Right. But what I'm saying is, that's a truth. It's a bad thing. It's a sacrificial lamb out there to say, ooh, look at this. And then there are other things that they say, well, that's a worse truth, so let's give them this one, and they'll all flip out about that, and maybe
forget about this.
Yeah, maybe.
100%. That's what happened that day. I'm not defending his actions. Neither are you.
But let's also focus on it.
But that was a great distraction.
Let's also focus on it, though.
Great distraction.
Because let's be honest, this is a guy who for 30 years, I think just over 30 years, was one of the most powerful people in music.
Pop culture. Yeah. Dominated it.
Literally placed there as an idiot 23-year-old, gets in charge of the biggest, baddest record label in the rap game at the time.
Fashion,
at the height
mobile, everything.
Oh, yeah, all of it. And yet, this entire time, there's been this thing like, oh, yeah, when you go to a Diddy party, look the fuck out. Maybe don't go, or go with a fucking safety inspector if you do, because the guy, as we see in the lawsuit, has cameras everywhere. So, obviously, he's got to be some sort of, intelligence plot, no?
Hey, who was saying it for a long time? He worked with the other rappers were accusing him of working with the feds.
Thank you for watching the video, guys. If you haven't already subscribed, please smash that subscribe button and check out this clip's full podcast episode by clicking here or in the description below.